introduction, man.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the
Episode 117 of The Bad Wolf.
The Bad Wolf podcast.
Well, for you audio listeners,
Yeah.
it's going to be the podcast. For you video people, it's us gorgeous people back again. I came prepared for this. For this.
Faces for radio, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
But voices for video. So
Yeah,
what can we do?
it's going to be amazing. So, what are we here to talk about, my good man?
I thought we were talking about Doctor Who.
I thought we were talking about the sex dungeon being revamped.
You've revamped the sex dungeon.
Yeah,
It's very
nice.
nice.
I was told off, and I was told to get rid of all the fun stuff, the exercise machines, and
It looks very wholesome.
I hate it. But yeah, how are you anyway, my good man? You know, we sat here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. It is I, Gerrod, and
Gerrod, Martin.
and we are here to talk about Doctor Who, the pilot episode.
Series 10.
I watched it on iPlayer catch up.
Yeah.
I caught up on iPlayer because I was a bit too busy fondling my computer. Great choice of words. So I'll ask you first. What did you think of it?
Right. The past few years, it's no secret that I've had a massive problem with Doctor Who.
Yes.
I've not enjoyed it as much as I wanted to.
Yes.
I've been called names on our own Facebook group that I created and run. It's
Yeah.
like people come in my living room and abuse me because I haven't liked it.
Yeah.
I've been called names, everything, because the past few years I have just really not enjoyed Doctor Who. It's not spoken to me.
You were verbal about it.
Yeah, I was vocalising my displeasure with the episode. And then I got accused by people saying that I wanted to hate it.
Yeah.
Like I would give up 45 minutes with my kids on a Saturday, being like, come on kids, stop playing. Let's watch this thing we're going to hate.
Yeah.
Like, nobody in their right mind does that.
Well, actually, people who want to get paid loads of money to hate, be a critic, yeah.
Oh, I suppose
But
so.
I will attest. I will protect Martin because Martin is the hugest fan of Doctor Who. Martin's been the hugest fan of Doctor Who since I have known him. Well,
Yeah.
other than that and Buffy.
And well, you gave up midway through Series 8.
Yeah, it
'Cause it
wasn't
just
to my
wasn't
liking.
responding.
It just wasn't going the way I wanted it to. I mean, I had high hopes for Doctor Who. I'm not as big as a fan of Doctor Who as you are.
Yeah, but
and
you
I
enjoyed
will
it.
always say that. But I do enjoy it, and I do like science fiction to a T, like a crazy person. I like science fiction, and I just could not grasp the last season. Well, I didn't even watch the last season.
No, you didn't.
I just put my
I
foot
just
down
had
and
to
said no.
catch him up to date with what happened with Clara.
Yeah, because I
and
didn't
the
even know.
Mind
I didn't even know
Wipers, 'cause he didn't know
how she
I had
died.
to explain who Nardole was because you hadn't even seen those Christmas specials.
Nope.
So, yeah, going back to what I thought about this, I thought that after years of displeasure and distaste, I have to say that this episode is without doubt the single greatest thing Stephen Moffat has done in the past 7 years. I haven't responded this well to a series since Series 5, which is Matt Smith's first.
Yeah.
I think the writing has got stale and it's been full of recycled plot lines up until now. It seems like the whole production, the crew, the cast, everyone has been given a massive boot up the backside and they've just brought their A game. The music didn't interfere with the dialogue.
No.
The music felt fresh. That's felt stale and recycled for the past few years.
Yeah.
I loved Bill. I like her as a companion. Liked it instantly from the second she's on screen.
Yeah.
This is the version of the Doctor Capaldi should have been allowed to play since Series 8.
Yeah.
Like, cantankerous, but not an arsehole.
Yes.
And, yeah, Nardole didn't bother me. I kind of liked their little banter.
Yeah, between them. No, I liked him. Well, I'd never come across him before. I knew he was in the Christmas specials because all the advertisements had his face planted on there, but I never watched it because at that point I had given up with Doctor Who. Doctor Who was nothing but a boring, old, should have been cancelled. I'm sorry to say. That's how I felt at the time. But the same as Martin. I watched it. Martin told me Doctor Who is back. Doctor Who is back. And I was like, you know what? I'll watch it on catch up. I was too busy fondling my computer, telling it I loved it. And I thought, you know what? I'll put that to one side and I will watch the episode. And to say, this is the first time Martin is hearing this as well because I did not tell Martin how I
don't
felt
know
about
what he
it.
thought.
I was like, Doctor Who? Yeah, it's back. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought
back.
it was absolutely brilliant. I love Bill as a new companion. She was a new fresh face that I enjoyed. I loved their banter between themselves. I loved Nodal.
Yeah, Matt
he
Lucas.
was he was brilliant. Well, Matt Lucas. I always love Matt Lucas.
Yeah.
He was brilliant. He was really good. I liked that. I liked his quippiness. I liked how he was against the Doctor's ideas. I loved everything about him. They all gelled together really well.
Yeah, and this felt fresh.
It felt fresh. It felt brand new. It felt like because this is Moffat's last season, last Christmas special.
He wants to go out.
He wants to go out on a bang, and he has put all the works into it.
Yeah.
And for the next episodes, they look like they are going to be.
They look amazing. And based on the strength of this episode, I'm now sad to see Stephen Moffat go.
Yes.
I want to see if this had been Series 8, I don't think you would have given up watching.
No, I wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't have.
Because we both have problems with these.
But as I said, like, you know, Moffat. It felt like Moffat had given up, but all of a sudden it's like, you know what? Because this is my last thing, I'm just gonna go out, show them what I am capable of doing. Yeah. But as I read in the newspaper, he said that the BBC didn't have enough funding to do what he wanted them to do, so he couldn't do it. And it looks like the BBC has decided to give him the funding that he's needed, the writers that are going to listen to him, and everything that he wants to get done, because the first episode was amazing. I mean, the Doctor was not a complete arsehole. I mean, he was different. He was cantankerous,
but he wasn't unpleasant.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? I enjoy this. This is what it was like when I watched David Tennant. This is what it was like when I watched Matt Smith.
Yeah.
This is what it was like when I watched
Eccleston.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they were brilliant. And like the first two, like Tennant and Eccleston were under Russell T Davies. And it felt like those two writers are now like they've both got different writing. I will definitely say that. But it's like
this did feel like a Russell T Davies script.
Yeah, it's like they both got together and wrote the script together. But it's like Moffat going, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take some of Russell T Davies's. I'm going to take some of the previous writers who had come in the past, and then gone, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I've wanted to do. This is what I've been meaning to do. I get a chance to do it. I'm going to freaking go mad, and I'm going to make everybody see this is what I wanted Doctor Who to be. And I'm like, I am going to definitely be watching.
It's Doctor Who back to basics. None of this convoluted. The companions got a backstory with the Doctor from when she was a girl that we saw with River Song, and then we saw with Amy, and then we saw with Clara.
Well, it's technically, there was a little.
There's a little bit, nod. But that's a sweet moment where she's gone back. He went back to do something for her, rather than her being infatuated with the Doctor from when she was 7.
Yeah,
and it's great. It's nice to just have a normal girl. Like Amy was like the Doctor's best friend, and then Clara is like the impossible girl that's done all this.
Yeah,
and you know, Bill is a woman who serves chips in a canteen.
Yeah, and it was like
that's a nice, normal, relatable character that I could imagine myself serving chips in a canteen.
Yeah, she can fatten me up any day.
Oh, she can fatten me up, baby. Oh, she looks like she did.
Yes.
But yeah, let's talk about this. The plot is really thin. It's pretty basic. It's Doctor Who back to basics.
This is what I like about it, because it was thin and basic. It's what made it so flipping cool.
But that's what you want for an introductory episode.
Yeah, it's just like, I need to introduce this new companion. I need to introduce what I've been doing of late, and I need to introduce her to the TARDIS. And I love the way she was introduced to the TARDIS. That
is a beautiful shot.
That was well done. The way it built up to her saying, big on the inside. No, it's small on the outside, big on the inside. Yeah. The way it built up to that, it was amazing. I loved it. It's the shock on her face when she realises that thing could do more than one thing. It's like
that.
It's a lift.
And I love that they're acknowledging sci-fi exists in this world.
Yeah.
Because no companion has ever been like, I know what a mind wipe is. Like, she instantly knew. Yeah, she's a big sci-fi fan. That doesn't mean she's complacent of the stuff the Doctor shows her, and she's not in awe of it, but it's just...
Yeah, because you could literally tell on her face, it's like, 1 minute she's thinking there's a lift, but when she realises it can do more than one thing, it's the shock on her face and the absolute, I need to get out of here, I need to get away, and like, just clear my head as quickly as possible.
I'm just going to gush about this episode because I think it is the best thing Stephen Moffat's written.
I tell you, Martin does not hate Stephen Moffat. Martin's met Stephen Moffat.
I've met him a few times.
Martin loves Moffat. He was just annoyed at the writing. It was the same with me. I was annoyed at the writing. I was annoyed that they misused Capaldi. But after this episode, I'm like, finally. But it's, at the same time, I'm happy that they've done it. But with that, in conjunction to that, I'm like angry because now it's come to term. It's been acknowledged that this will be Capaldi's last season that he's going to be doing it. It's like, oh, why?
But fingers crossed, within a couple of years he'll be on Big Finish.
Yes,
and he will knock it out in the park.
I knocked it out of the park.
You've not heard the David Tennant Big Finish stuff yet?
No, I have not.
It's so good, so good, and I can't wait to see them handle the 11th and 12th Doctors. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I love Bill. I love the fact that sexuality isn't in your face, but it's there.
That is a point I wanted to point. That is a point I wanted to point out. Yes, the fact that everybody knew that she was into women, but they did not, because there are writers who fucked that up.
Stephen Moffat has done that before. You think of the Vastra, Jenny, cunnilingus jokes that he's made over the past with Vastra having a long tongue and
things like that. And it's like,
he's not been the most sensitive writer when it comes to lesbian characters, but I think he handled Bill really sensitively, and it worked. It didn't really impact the story overall.
No,
this is how a gay character should be. You should just mention it and move on.
Exactly. It's like in this day and age, it's nothing new at all. But the writers always make a mistake with that. There's going to be a character who's gay, lesbian, who is something else, and then they just go into that, and it's just punched into your face.
That becomes their definitive character trait.
You just forget the whole other plot of the story because that's thrown in your face. And no, that was not done. It was just, she's into women.
Yeah.
What else can you do? It's into women. Move on. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. And it helped start with this, with the pilot, because she found someone that she was attracted to, and then she followed her to do something, then something led to something else, and then, she was upset because she wanted to help her, but she couldn't because she liked her, and that was it. That was it.
Basically, how you can tell you're writing a gay character right is if the storyline still works if they're straight.
Yeah.
And this storyline still works if Bill's straight.
Yeah.
And that is, like with Russell T Davies, if you watch his show like Cucumber, it's a massive gay drama.
Yeah.
It's about gay men.
Yeah.
But if you look at the list of character traits, it's like, well, this guy's a lawyer, he does this, he does this, he does this. Oh, and by the way, he's gay.
Yeah.
Whereas with other writers, being gay would be the overriding character arc.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Stephen Moffat has handled it brilliantly here. And I can't stop praising this episode. I loved it. I watched it with my sister, my dad, and my nephew. They all loved it. And they're kind of like you, they've kind of switched off.
Oh, I watched it with my computer. Man, I'm so sad.
But yeah, if you've not watched Doctor Who for a while, if you were put off by the recycled storylines of Series 8 and stuff, I know people are going to hit us in the comments going, oh, there's nothing wrong with it, it's the greatest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I don't want to take that away from you. If you've really enjoyed it, then you've really enjoyed it.
But one thing, we're allowed our opinions. Stay the fuck out of it.
And remember, if somebody has a different opinion to you, you should kick them down in the street.
Well, I wouldn't, because they might be like 6'7", built like a brick shit house, and one.
I'm joking.
Cave my face in. Your opinion stinks.
Well, what I mean, let me explain what I mean by recycled story points. In Series 5, Rory becomes an Auton.
Yes.
Nearly kills Amy.
Yes.
Series 8, Danny becomes a Cyberman. Nearly kills Clara. Overcomes it with love.
Oh, okay.
River Song, first met the Doctor when she's a child. Becomes infatuated with him. Amy, first meets the Doctor when she's a child. Becomes obsessed with him. Clara, first meets the Doctor when she's a child. She's been through all these regenerations and these lives and stuff like that. And like I said, it's just nice to have a simple character. I don't mean she's simple. I just mean it's nice to just have that back to basics.
Yeah.
This is a normal woman doing a job.
Not overcomplicating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just dialed it down.
It's just convoluted.
It made the story easier to be able to just follow it and not go mad about overthinking it, because...
It's like me trying to summarise Series 9 to you just now. I was like, well, then this happened, and then this happened, and then that had to happen.
Yeah, and then you stopped.
And I was getting tripped up
Yeah, and then
myself.
and then I started to glass over, and you said, no, it's too complicated. And I was like...
But yeah. I could explain this to somebody in a lift. I could explain the pilot to somebody in a lift. And I love that they called it the pilot because it works because the girl became a pilot, and it also
was the pilot.
It's rebooting the series.
I like that. Double innuendo.
Innuendo.
You beat me to it. Git.
We're not drunk.
Yeah, we're not actually. We're sober. We've just been drinking Pepsi.
Yeah.
I can't
the
drink.
most
I'm driving
racist
later.
after drinks.
I know, right? And I like Pepsi as well.
So do I. But yeah, so what do you make of all the little nods to the classic series? The scorch marks on the playground were like from Remembrance of the Daleks.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got all the sonic screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. But
and
what we're asking is...
You had was it his niece or his daughter?
His granddaughter.
His granddaughter
Susan,
and...
Riversong,
and
pictures on the desk. And Stephen Moffat said that the Doctor's not necessarily put those pictures there because he wants them there. It's that he would have seen other professors at the college have pictures of their loved ones on the desk, and he just wants to fit in.
It could be.
Which
they
makes
say
sense.
He's been there for between 50 and 70 years.
Yeah, I love that line. Oh, and you're thinking he doesn't look old enough. No.
No.
But yeah, so there's some questions from this, like what is the vault?
Yeah.
What are these promises the Doctor's made to stay at the university?
Yeah.
Who's in the vault? Personally, I think it's Missy.
Or the Master.
But, okay, so the Sun leaked that John Simm's coming back.
Yes.
And they only did that because it was in the trailer at the press screening.
Yeah.
And I just think they could have just taken that last shot out of that trailer. Imagine how great it would have been if we'd been watching that series.
And then he just
he just turned up. And they kept it secret for this long. Like they started filming last June.
Yeah.
And they just wrapped up last Friday.
Remember, it's always going to be the BBC that decides the last thing on what they want to have done. Maybe they didn't want to shock people, but the thing is, the new showrunner is going to be
Chibnall.
He's going to want to be really secretive.
Oh, Chris Chibnall! Like, say what you will about Chris Chibnall's writing, nothing leaks from Broadchurch. Absolutely nothing. I know there are people on Twitter that tell me, "Well, Doctor Who's a much bigger show." Okay, this is the lengths Chris Chibnall went to get a returning character back for Series 2.
Yeah.
So that actor had to stay 20 miles away from where they filmed, get 3 cabs in, wear disguises that he changed in each cab, and then he had to film his scenes 6 weeks after production wrapped, officially. That is the type of secretive nature of Chris Chibnall. And look at the leaks we've had on the Moffat. We've had the first 5 scripts leaked from Series 8.
Yeah.
And then the first 5 episodes leaked from Series 9.
Yeah.
And then we had this Master stuff. And it's just like, I can't wait for Chris Chibnall to come in. I don't want to turn this into we're bashing Moffat.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, because we've been praising him a lot. No. Moffat is absolutely brilliant. He's just saying Chris Chibnall when it comes to having...
He runs a tight ship, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And
I'm looking forward to seeing where he's going. But if the rest of this series is like this episode, we're in for a great ride.
I don't care if there's things leaked, because after this episode, I'm hoping, because when it says next on Doctor Who, and it's like showing all the future things, and you're like,
it looks amazing.
This looks really, really cool, and I can't wait to see this. I want to see this. I am actually excited to see this. I will actually not wait for BBC iPlayer. I will watch this on the TV.
On broadcast, yeah. I managed to watch it on broadcast yesterday. But I loved the little nods to the classic series, but they didn't dwell on it. So if you didn't watch the Fourth Doctor era and he just throws him a sonic screwdriver, it doesn't matter that that's the Fourth Doctor's screwdriver. It's just going to be he gave him another sonic screwdriver. The Mavelians are in it, which were in Destiny of the Daleks. They're a bunch of robots that were fighting the Daleks. They're in it for like a split second. If you don't know who they are, they're just an alien race that's fighting the Daleks. You don't need to spend time explaining that. But if you know who it is, you're like, oh, like that. Yeah, and I just loved all the little Easter eggs, like the pictures on his desks.
Yeah.
Brilliant. He, Bill and Nardole all work amazingly well together.
So I cannot wait to see them work together in the future. I mean, I'm sad to see that Capaldi is going. After this episode, I'm sad to see that Moffat is going, because if he had continued to go this strong, I would have continued to watch. But it's sad to see, and we are going to have to welcome in the new Doctor, the new companion, the new second companion if they decide to bring a second companion in, and the new writer, the new showrunner, everything. We're going to have to wait for that to come in.
Yeah.
But at the moment, whilst that is in the works of coming in, I am excited to watch the season lead.
We've got another 11 weeks and a Christmas special.
So I'm quite excited to see this happen. So that is what I'm saying. I'm giving it a 9.
So you're back.
I'm going to say 8 out of 10 for this episode.
Yeah, I'm going to say 9 out of 10. Basic story, but that's what you need to introduce a new companion.
I think that's
what you need to. That's what you need to draw viewers back in.
Yes.
You don't need to come back. And yeah, if you've steered away from Doctor Who over the past few years, because I've not missed it while it's been off. It hasn't been on since 2015, and I have not missed it at all in that break. But if like Gerrod, you've steered away from the show, or if you've never watched the show before, you could pick it up from this episode.
Yeah, happily, because it's a new companion and there's not been any. Because the thing is, they don't talk about the past, not at all. Like, it goes back into the past, and as Martin says, they do a quick throwback to what happened in previous seasons and stuff like that. But because I didn't know what was going on, and he just says this is a part of the past, it didn't throw me off thinking what happened. I was just too in the moment to see what was going on with Bill and the Doctor and the new relationship between them both. So what am I excited about? I cannot wait for the next. What am I excited about? You know what? Everything. I'm excited about the writing. I'm excited about what's going to be coming. I'm excited about the relationship between the Doctor and Bill and Nardole.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about the story, because I'm still hoping that they build her backstory. I'm hoping they do it over time. That they don't just try to throw it in your face. That you're like, what the hell happened?
The lady in the pictures, that's her mum. I found her on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And let's just say the BBC probably didn't know about the type of pictures she puts up on Instagram when she was cast.
It's a good thing that she didn't find that in the box.
But yeah, she posted a picture of her and Peter Capaldi, and she said, "Oh, I'm the lady in the pictures. I'm in a couple of episodes, but I don't know which." So Bill's mum is coming back.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you found the mum attractive like I did, then you might want to go and check out her Instagram.
It's going to be linked just here as we speak.
Yeah.
Just here as we speak.
Yeah, I think that about wraps it up for this episode. Just a thumbs up from both of us.
As I say, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. So and you say you give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah. So yeah, I am excited about the next episode. I will watch it on broadcast, as Martin said. I will watch it on broadcast. Yeah. I cannot wait for the next episode. Well done, Moffat. Well done. Hopefully it goes strong, continues to go strong.
It just feels good to be excited about Doctor Who again.
Woohoo!
And I'm sure within the upcoming weeks there will be an episode we're not as responsive to. You know, when you make 12 episodes or something, there's always going to be someone who doesn't like it.
And also, yeah.
But I'm optimistic.
I'm very optimistic.
So yeah, good work, Moffat.
You better not let us down.
If you have liked this video, please give us a thumbs up.
If you didn't like this video, please give us a thumbs up.
And just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, and subscribe to us. Keep them numbers counting. Yeah. And check out our back catalogue. We have a few videos up now. We have a hell of a lot of audio on our website.
Podcast feed.
And on our podcast feed. You can find us on Libsyn, iTunes,
Stitcher.
Most probably in the old telephone box.
Yeah, putting up our cards.
Yeah, next to the other cards.
You can also check out our Amazon affiliate link below.
Excuse me. Yes, so check us out and then check out everything else about us.
And hopefully we'll be back next week. And I've not had a chance to talk to Pete yet, but hopefully he'll be back for episode 2.
If not, it's just going to be us 2 again.
Yeah. So, thank you.
We'll catch you in the next one. Sayonara! Okay, I'm gone.
Hello, this is Martin from Bad Wolf. And on the 15th of April, 2017, I put out a tweet that both The Sun and The Mirror were reporting that Chris Marshall has been cast as the Doctor. This was entirely false, and in fact, The Sun were reporting that The Mirror is reporting that Chris Marshall has been cast as the Doctor. I am making this statement of my own free will, and I would just like to clarify my mistake. Is that all right? Very good. Now let's not have any more fucking problems.